Good morning from a sunny but cold Peterborough. I'm still going for the Andy Daly look. Feeling really scruffy, to be honest. Just a bit of an update and a bit of a laugh. Everything that I'm going to tell you about when I'm doing filter changes is my fault, and it was Kat that spotted it, so that's why I love her. 5 years today we've been together, by the way, so there you go. Right, pond temperatures, because it is really cold. Last night, the night before, we had a bit of ground frost. The upper pond is reading 5.5 degrees. The goldfish are moving around, but very, very slowly. You can just about see them. Just in there. And I got my floating thermometer there. But thankfully, and we've mentioned this before, the pond covers 9.5 degrees I've got in there. So what did I do yesterday? Still got my sling on, by the way. I thought I'd do a filter clean. Under normal circumstances I would be doing 2 bottom drain filter cleans and 1 skimmer clean, so 3 in total. Because of everything's been reduced down, I thought I'll just do 1 of each. Absolutely fine, done it a million times, why should yesterday be any different? So I shut off the water, dropped the filters after cleaning, and then allowed the top-up system just to take over. The bottom drain was running, left it alone, walked away. About 5 minutes later, Kat runs in. There's an awful noise. I think the pump's running dry. So I'm thinking, oh my god, what is happening now? So I checked the pump and turned it off on the bottom drain. Looked in the filter, completely empty. My first thoughts were, the bottom drain pipe is blocked. Yeah. Then, when I tried to open and close the slide valve, it seemed to work too easy. So I'm thinking, is the actual bar that's connected to the slide valve plate broken? The only way that I could look was to drill a hole in the top and have a look down. And to my surprise, the slide valve was working. And as you can see, there's a water level in there. Hastily made plug, because I don't want to lose anything down there. No detriment. I am getting rid of the Easy Pods next year. So that's, the slide valve was looked at, that was absolutely fine. Because we've got the covers on the pond, I couldn't see the water level. So I lifted the covers on the pond and the water level had dropped dramatically. I'm thinking, how the hell can I lose this much water? Came back in the greenhouse, looked down at the waste valve, and that was wide open. So basically I was just dumping all the pond water down to drain. Still my fault. So then we put it into top-up mode. We allowed the house supply to come through the dechlorinator and top it up. 3 or 4 hours later, we are not making any headway at all. I'm thinking, what is this? Tested the water pressure in the house, absolutely fine. But when I saw the water that was coming out of the pipe of the dechlorinator, and you might be able to see, oh, it stopped running, but just in that gap you could see the pipe, and the water coming out with it was atrocious. So I had a look at my dechlorinator, and as you can see there, especially the right hand, that is absolutely solid. So I'm thinking, right, I'll change the filter cartridges in there, especially the first 2, because the third one is the chloramine one and that's brand new, so we're going to leave that as it is. Because I've only got 1 working arm, I'm not going to be able to video this, but what I want to do is look at the water that's going into the pond as a top up, clean the filters, put it all back together and run it again, and if we've made an improvement, it's just the filters that were absolutely filthy. So I'll get back to you in a few minutes, or it might be a few seconds for you. Take care. So as you can see, significant difference between the two. This has started to delaminate, the layers have split. That was one side exposed to the sun, this was the reverse side that was in the shade. And this is what a new one looks like, so I'm going to put that one in now and see if we've improved the water pressure. So where are we now? I've changed the first two cartridges, checked the chloramine cartridge, and that's all good. I had a look in the washing machine pipe and I found this little filter inside, one or two little bits of garbage, but nothing to stop it. This is what the hose pipe looks like when I'm cleaning. That's going down to drain, so there's a good pressure there. This is the main incomer, and this goes directly to that hose pipe that you just seen, so I'll turn that off. The water now travels through the auto top-up system. I've taken this fitting off and this sprays out all over the place, so good pressure through the Pro line. Everything seems to go to this, and I'm going to need two hands to take that off, and clearly I'm only in possession of one hand at the moment. So although the water is coming out for a top-up, you might be able to see it out here. Yeah, just there. So although it is topping up, it's painfully slower than what it has been for the last 2 years. So I'll wait till Cat gets home, or Cat gets a day off. We'll take the dechlorinator off, give it a good strip down, see what we can find. Up to now, bit of a mystery. I'm glad that the water pressure is good into the greenhouse. If it was garage to greenhouse, I'd have a bit of a problem because the entire pipe is buried. But because I've got good pressure here, I'm not too worried. I'll find it eventually. But there you go. Hope everybody's safe. Hope everybody gets through this lockdown into a newer lockdown, but better to be safe than sorry. Take care, people. Bye bye. Good afternoon from a horrible Peterborough. That's why I'm in the greenhouse, currently topping up this filter. This section of the video has been taken maybe 4 or 5 days from the previous bit you've just seen, so sorry for the jump. We decided that the water pressure is no issue when it comes into the greenhouse, and the fact that we're just losing a little bit of flow through the dechlorinator, even though it's now clean, I'm not really too fussed. The only changes have been the third element, which now contains the chloramine filter. Perhaps that it's a denser material and takes a greater pressure to pass through. I don't know, maybe some of you out there might be able to answer that question. So we're going to leave it, we're not really bothered, happy days. My tribute to Andy Daly is now over. Andy, I don't know how you manage with it, because I certainly couldn't manage with it, but this is, oh, so nice. A few days I'm having my arm out of the sling, when really I shouldn't do, but I'm going to see the consultant on Monday, so happy days. Thanks for those people who've been asking how I am. Cat's currently shopping, glad it's not me. And one final thing is I'm retiring at the end of this month. So yeah, a couple of years early, but I'm doing it. I'm going to retire. Might get a little part-time job when my arm is better. But yeah, so that's the current update, apart from it's rainy and cold. Hope everybody's staying safe. Vaccines now somewhere in the UK, and hopefully we're all going to look after each other and make sure our elderly parents are going to be safe. So take care, speak to you all later, hopefully when it's drier. Have a nice day. Good afternoon. Right, this is the last little bit. I'm sorry that this video has been absolutely all over the place. We've just had a really bad frost last night. The upper pond was 3.5 degrees. The lower pond was just about 7, maybe 7.5 degrees. So still providing some kind of protection. This end bit is just basically for my daughter-in-law. She's just sent a parcel through the post. And although we are not down the same route as James the Koi Whisperer, thank you mother for the rabbits, we decided just to put them on. So thank you to Luke and Laura Shaw, my son and daughter-in-law, and they just needed to see it on YouTube. So that's it. So this is going to be the last video for this year. There's no point putting anything else out, and everybody else is staying indoors. So just one last thing is, have a safe Christmas, have a Merry Christmas, and we will definitely catch you in the new year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year too. Stay safe. Goodbye.